A bit of a different video here today as it's just me and my camera, and I want to talk to you about the future of the channel, the future of my content, and say a huge thank you for 100,000 subscribers. I did post a YouTube short when I hit 100,000 subscribers, but I wanted to put it into a proper video, so that's what I'm going to do here today. Everything that I discuss in this video will be available on the community section as a post for you to read, so if you'd rather read about this video, then feel free to check that out after this video has gone live. If you'd rather stay here and watch the video though, feel free to do so as well. I've got a lot of stuff that I want to talk about. It's on a notepad just here, so if you see me looking that way, that's why. So without further ado, let's get started. So I thought a good place to start would be to discuss my YouTube journey so far. I started back in secondary school, and at the time I was watching a lot of Call of Duty and people uploading montages and clips, and I thought, hey, I'd like to try that myself, but I had no way of capturing my gameplay. And then Call of Duty Black Ops came out, and they had a share feature where you could share a clip from your own gameplay and upload it directly to YouTube, but there'd be no commentary or anything like that. It's just the game and the sound. So that's really where my journey started. And then I got engrossed in the whole idea of video making and producing videos and uploading them to YouTube, that one Christmas I got an Elgato, and that's really where my YouTube journey kind of started properly. I was recording content and then editing it on my small laptop using Windows Movie Maker at the time, which is bizarre to think about just how far a journey it has been, essentially, to get to this point. And it was a hobby of mine. I just really enjoyed the video making process and uploading it to YouTube for people to see. So kind of carried on with that and got older. And as I got older, I wasn't really sure what I kind of wanted to do with life, if you will. So I didn't really know what to do. I've done a number of things up until this point in terms of, I guess, education and jobs. But the one thing that kind of stayed throughout was YouTube and being able to make videos. But there was never really a thought in my mind about kind of, maybe I could do this as a job one day. That wasn't really ever there until I got a bit further on in my YouTube journey. And I started looking at YouTube and I started earning a little bit of money from it each month. And I was thinking, this is insane. I can make money from making videos. Like, that's a cool idea. And it's never been like massive amounts of money. It's never been enough where I could do it as a job properly. But the aspect of being able to make money whilst making videos is just, or was just, quite simply put, amazing. So I got older and older, and that leads me to pretty much a few years ago now. Again, wasn't really sure what I wanted to do in my future. So I decided that I've always had an interest in football, as you've seen with the commentary on the channel and the fact that I enjoy playing FIFA. I'd stopped playing and I started coaching, and I have now been coaching for the last 4 years and been paid to be a coach. In fact, no, I've been coaching for 6 years, but been paid to be a coach now for the last 4. And that kind of leads me to today to talk about what it is I currently do, which is I currently go to university. I decided I wanted to see if I could attend university without any kind of education before it. So I don't have A-levels, which is traditionally what you'd have to get into university here in the UK, or you'd have something similar in the way of like an apprenticeship or a BTEC, but I don't have those. So I managed to get into university due to my coaching background, and I'm currently studying to be a teacher, whilst also working as a coach, and whilst also making YouTube videos. And I did a lot of thinking over the last year. I have 1.5 years left of my degree. I've got 1 year after I complete this next year, and because I never expected to get to 100,000 subscribers, it was kind of eye-opening to me when I did reach that milestone. I was like, you know what? I think I'd be frustrated with myself if I didn't kind of try and pursue video making, content creation as a potential job. So that's really what I want to talk about today. And that is that the current situation I find myself in, with the current content I make in regards to my player and career mode content, if I wanted to look at doing this as a quote-unquote job, or not even necessarily full-time, but alongside my coaching, I'd have to look at other things that I would also bring into the channel and bring to my content away from career mode. I want to stress here that I'll be forever thankful to everyone who's subscribed to me for the career mode content. But, simply put, it would not be enough for me to be able to think about doing YouTube and coaching as a job together if I continue with just the career mode content. So that brings me to the plans that I have. And those plans are things that require me to step out my comfort zone, for one, which is something that I didn't really want to do. Like, for me, talking to a camera right now is not something that I ever really thought about doing, because I just never really was that comfortable. But I think as I've got older and looked at things a bit more and got a bit more confident, it's all right now. And I can think about stepping out my comfort zone and doing things like this. So, first things first, I was looking at one of my goals for the year, which is to try and commentate over a real football match. I've looked at avenues into trying to do this, and at the moment, I haven't heard much back, but I have an idea. And that idea is for me to do watch-alongs, where I will be on camera watching a game in a chat with all of you lovely people watching alongside me. We'll discuss things through the chat, we'll talk about the game, and I'll throw some commentary in every now and again to tell you what's happening in the game for those people who aren't watching it. Essentially what I do with the FIFA stuff, just with real life football. And then maybe one day someone will come across, see it, and they'll say, right, you know what, let's give them a try. Let's give them a chance to commentate over something in terms of real world football. So that's one thing that I'm going to be bringing to the channel. So there'll be live watch-alongs when there's games on a Saturday, a Sunday, a Monday night, and a Friday night, if there is matches on a Monday and a Friday. And I'll go live for the hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever it is that the game is on for. And we just chill in chat, talk about the game, and I throw the commentary in every now and again. And that would be here on YouTube on this channel. So that's the first thing that you're likely to see coming in the next year or so. I say next year or so, it's probably going to be a lot quicker. It's just at the moment I am on placement, and I've got 3 more weeks to do of that before I can really kind of start to put together things and have more time to work on the YouTube stuff, because right now my time is very strapped due to placement. But once I go back to university and my coaching, I'll have a bit more time to kind of work around things. The second thing would be to look at streaming over on Twitch, potentially here on YouTube, but I'm leaning towards Twitch just because it then is another avenue for me to grow essentially and get new viewers. I wouldn't really know what I'd be streaming at this moment in time, but it would be an opportunity for me to do that and look into that as another avenue of being able to generate revenue, but also generate an audience and interest. I'm really quite conscious about the fact that I've never really shown myself on videos before, and there isn't a lot of me on my videos. It's more my voice. And I think that's kind of hindered me in a way, in the essence of I've always just kind of spoke, and people know me for the commentary and don't necessarily know me for me. And I want to be a little bit more kind of transparent and really kind of give you a face behind the voice, if that makes sense. So streaming would be a way for me to do that. So there's the first 2 things that potentially you might see coming to the channel or beyond very, very soon. And then the last thing, which I would really have to have the time for, is to start another channel alongside my main one. Leave this to be focused on things that are in football, FIFA, anything to do with football that would stay on this channel. And then I'd have a whole separate channel where I could do things like playing games or just any random videos that don't necessarily belong on the main channel. But that would have to be, again, I'd need time for that to be able to really focus on that, right? And I want to be consistent with it. I don't want to start the new channel like I've done it previously, and then I upload a couple of videos and then stop, because that's not consistent. And the one thing I really want to be is A, consistent, but B, I hate leaving things unfinished. So I'd want to make sure that if I was starting a new channel, I had the time to be able to commit to it and make the videos consistent and have the viewership there to enjoy. To do all this, though, I am very, very conscious that it might not be some of your, cup of tea. You subscribe to me, well, most of you, I'm sure, for career mode and FIFA. And I'm always apprehensive whenever I've thought about doing this in the past of I need to think about branching out. I've always gone, yeah, but it's a risk, and so many people might not enjoy the content, and I could end up losing people. But at the same time, I don't want to kind of regret not trying to take this YouTube and content creation and video making further. And if I am to make a decision in a year's time and say, do I want to become a teacher right now, or do I want to give YouTube and content creation and coaching a go as my job, I would love to be in a year's time in that position to be able to make that decision and not be forced to say, well, I won't earn enough money, or I won't be able to do it because I won't be able to live in that type of thing. So this is just a video to kind of get my thoughts out there, be transparent with you all, and say, these are the changes that I am probably going to be making to the channel. Career mode will still be there, but it might not be as frequent because obviously I'll have other things that I am working on. And I just hope that I can entertain you in other ways other than just career mode, and that you support essentially the new stuff that's coming to the channel. That's it for the video. Also wanted to kind of just get my thoughts out there. It's nice to be able to just talk and kind of put it almost on a page, but it's not on a page, it's in a video format. And then it frees up some space going on in my head to be able to really put it out there. And then I can come back to the video in a year's time and hopefully say, I've done the things that I wanted to do. I've done my watch-alongs. I've started streaming. I've tried to build a second channel. And then I can have no regrets about not trying these things that realistically I thought about doing a few years ago, but I was worried about it not going my way. And I probably wasn't in a position to be able to do it many years ago. So with that being said, a massive thank you for all of your support so far. I do hope you continue to support me and the content I produce. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. Any questions, any comments, leave them down below. I'll be happy to answer them and look forward to hearing from all of you lovely people with your comments about what the plans are for the future. In terms of the first watch along, I am planning it very, very soon. I just need to get a few things sorted first and then be able to actually bring that to you. You will see it though, because what I'll do is I'll create a schedule for the first live stream that's going to happen, and then you'll know when it's coming, and I'll obviously be posting about it as well in the community section of the channel. So until next time, stay safe, have a great day, have a great evening, look after each other, and I'll catch you all back here for another video very soon.